Have you ever looked in the mirror after 65 and thought, why didn't anyone prepare me for this? Not the wrinkles, we expected those. Not the gray hair or slower mornings. We were told about those things. But what about the quiet changes that no one warns us about? The ones that show up silently, surprise us when we least expect them, and make us question whether this is just aging or something more. Today, we're diving deep into 7 shocking things that start happening to your body after 65, the changes most people won't speak of, but ones that you, yes, you, deserve to understand, prepare for, and even fight back against with knowledge, compassion, and strength. Because aging isn't about giving up. It's about showing up for your own life, even when the world slows down around you. First, let's talk about something you likely already feel but haven't named. Your muscles fading, slowly and quietly. This process is known as sarcopenia, and it begins around age 30 but accelerates after 60. By 65, many older adults have already lost up to 1% of their muscle mass per year, and by 80, nearly half of total muscle can be gone. This isn't just about looking fit. It's about being able to carry groceries, climb stairs, or stand up from a chair without wobbling. The National Institute on Aging highlights that muscle loss is one of the leading predictors of disability in seniors, and yet most people don't even know it's happening until they have a fall. But the good news? It's reversible. Yes, reversible. Studies by Tufts University show that older adults who incorporate resistance training just 2 to 3 times per week can significantly rebuild lost muscle. Think of Margaret, a 68-year-old widow from Ohio, who started using resistance bands and light hand weights after she began feeling weak getting out of bed. Within 6 months, she reported not only strength, but more confidence, better posture, and even improved sleep. She didn't join a gym. She just showed up for herself. That's what this stage of life is all about. The second shocking shift is your gut, not your belly, but the very system that feeds your cells. After 65, the stomach produces less hydrochloric acid, which means it can't break down and absorb nutrients as efficiently. Many people start eating less, not from choice, but because food becomes harder to digest or causes discomfort. But here's the twist. Even if you eat healthy, you might still be malnourished. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, older adults are at high risk for B12, calcium, magnesium, and iron deficiencies due to impaired absorption. These deficiencies don't scream, they whisper: fatigue, memory loss, brittle nails, restless legs, dry mouth, common symptoms with uncommon causes. And we're not just talking about food. Many older Americans are on medications like PPIs, proton pump inhibitors, for acid reflux, which can further suppress acid and cause chronic deficiencies. But solutions exist. Registered dietitians like Nancy Clark recommend simple steps. Add fermented foods for gut health, consider low-dose supplements, and request annual micronutrient blood panels after 65. No one tells you this, but you have to become your own advocate in your health journey. Third on this list, one that people carry in shame, is the loss of bladder control. Over 50% of women and nearly 30% of men over 65 deal with urinary incontinence, according to the Urology Care Foundation. But here's what's rarely mentioned. It's not about embarrassment. It's about pelvic floor health, nerve communication, and in many cases, preventable damage. A 2023 study from the Mayo Clinic found that targeted pelvic floor exercises, yes, even in your 70s, improved symptoms in 80% of participants. And the problem isn't just frequent urination or leakage. It's how it affects confidence. Imagine planning your day around where the closest bathroom is. Imagine skipping family outings because of anxiety. That's what this issue does. But people like Robert, a 71-year-old retired teacher from Georgia, refused to let it win. He started working with a physical therapist trained in geriatric pelvic care and reported not only physical improvement, but emotional freedom. That's what reclaiming your body after 65 looks like. Fourth is your skin. Not just how it looks, but how it changes from the inside out. After 65, your skin loses collagen, elasticity, and the subcutaneous fat that once cushioned it. That means it tears easier, bruises faster, and heals slower. What most don't realize is that skin becomes a window to your immune system. Frequent skin tears or infections might be signs of poor circulation, uncontrolled diabetes, or even early signs of malnutrition. The American Academy of Dermatology urges seniors to moisturize daily, using unscented ceramide-rich products, and to always apply sunblock, even indoors if you sit by windows. And then there's the hidden danger: skin cancer. Many seniors dismiss new moles or spots as just age. But according to the CDC, skin cancer is the most common cancer in Americans, and over 50% of cases occur in people over 65. Simple annual skin checks could save your life. Let's move into the fifth shocking shift, the one that frightens most people. Your brain is shrinking. Yes, literally. According to studies from the University of California, Berkeley, the human brain starts to lose volume in key areas like the hippocampus after age 60, which affects memory, learning, and emotional regulation. But that's not the full story. You're not just losing memory. You're gaining something else: neuroplasticity. It means your brain, even now, can adapt and rewire, especially when challenged. Research from Harvard shows that learning a new skill, whether it's painting, gardening, dancing, or even learning to use a smartphone, can build new neural pathways that protect against dementia and cognitive decline. Take Ruth, an 82-year-old grandmother from Minnesota who started piano lessons last year. Her doctor said her cognitive test scores actually improved after 6 months of practice. That's the power of lifelong curiosity. But this isn't about staying busy. It's about staying engaged with life. And if no one told you, let me tell you now. Your brain still wants to grow. It's waiting on you. Now, let's talk about the sixth change, the one that often stays hidden until it's too late. Your immune system slowing down. It doesn't announce itself loudly. Instead, it quietly reshapes how your body reacts to the world. You may find that cuts take longer to heal, colds last weeks instead of days, or that vaccines don't work quite as well as they used to. This slow weakening of your immune defenses is called immunosenescence, and it's one of the most important yet rarely discussed aspects of aging. According to research published by the National Institutes of Health, after age 65, your white blood cells become less effective, and chronic inflammation becomes more common, setting the stage for illnesses like pneumonia, shingles, and even certain cancers. But here's the hopeful part: you can strengthen it. A groundbreaking 2022 study at the University of Southern California found that older adults who practiced intermittent fasting or adopted a Mediterranean-style diet showed significant improvement in immune response and inflammation levels. That means fresh greens, olive oil, berries, nuts, fish, not fancy meals, just mindful eating, can literally help you fight back from the inside out. Add to that moderate daily movement, stress management practices like prayer or meditation, and quality sleep, and you've got the tools to rewrite how your immune system behaves. Take Harold, 70, from Arizona. He began walking 30 minutes every morning, swapped processed snacks for fruit, and saw not only his energy return, but also fewer infections and better checkup results. You are not helpless. Your body still listens when you give it what it needs. Finally, we reach the seventh and perhaps most profound change, the deepening of your emotions and the surprising way your heart starts to feel more exposed. This isn't just sentimentality. It's a biological truth. As we age, parts of the brain associated with emotional regulation, like the amygdala and prefrontal cortex, change, causing us to respond more strongly to emotional stimuli. In simpler terms, we cry more, feel more, and remember more deeply. An old photograph can move us to tears. A sunset feels like a sacred moment. The laughter of a child brings instant joy. This isn't a weakness, it's a superpower of the aging soul. Researchers at Stanford University found that older adults show more activity in the parts of the brain responsible for empathy, compassion, and gratitude. Your emotional depth becomes richer, more reflective, more spiritual. You may grieve more often, but you also appreciate life in ways younger people can't begin to understand. And while the world may overlook this shift, we see it as a gift. It's why conversations feel deeper now, why solitude doesn't scare you like it once did, and why even silence can feel full. Think of Carol, 74, from North Carolina. After losing her husband, she started journaling every night. Her grief was sharp, yes, but what surprised her most was the beauty she found in the memories. "I cry more now," she said, "but I also love harder." That, dear friend, is what aging brings. Not just fragility, but a fierce wisdom. So yes, these 7 things are real. They're shocking, they're emotional, and sometimes they're overwhelming. But they are also part of a new chapter that can be written with strength, grace, and awareness. The loss of muscle? Fight it with movement. A slower gut? Feed it better. A tired immune system? Revive it with nature's medicine. A shrinking brain? Challenge it with something new. A fragile bladder? Train it, don't hide it. A bruised heart? Let it feel, because that's where healing begins. And if you've made it this far in the video, then I know one thing. You're not just watching. You're waking up. You're stepping into a version of yourself that refuses to fade quietly. At the 60+ chapter, we believe in creating a life you love, mainly after 60+ age where not much people and supports are with you. Every story we share is meant to bring hope, knowledge, and tools that help you live better, not just longer. We are here for you, and we'll keep bringing you real stories, practical tips, and trusted advice every day. Don't keep this to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to listen, or if it simply gave you hope, please take a moment right now to click subscribe. It costs you nothing, but it means everything to us. It helps us reach more people like you, and it keeps the 60+ chapter channel going strong. Let's grow this beautiful community together.